From sprawling palaces hidden behind fortress walls, to priceless car collections and a lifestyle most of us can only imagine. Today, we're taking you inside the secret billionaire life of Oman Sultan. Forget Dubai's skyscrapers and Qatari mega-projects. Oman's royal wealth is quieter, more mysterious, but just as staggering. Stay tuned, because what you're about to see isn't your average billionaire's playground. While Oman is not the richest Gulf country compared to Saudi Arabia or the UAE, the Sultan's fortune is still immense and surprisingly diversified. A large part of his wealth comes from Oman's oil and gas reserves, which, though modest by Gulf standards, still generate billions annually. Beyond natural resources, the Sultan controls state investment arms, such as the Oman Investment Authority, which holds assets across multiple continents. These include luxury real estate in London's most expensive districts, blue-chip stocks, and even stakes in energy infrastructure abroad. What makes this wealth different is how quietly it is managed. Unlike Dubai, where wealth is displayed in record-breaking buildings, Oman's riches flow through understated but powerful channels. This strategic secrecy gives the Sultan financial reach without drawing the same global scrutiny as his neighbors. In many ways, it's a wealth strategy built on influence rather than spectacle. Al Alam Palace in Muscat is just a visible tip of the iceberg. Its striking gold and turquoise columns symbolize authority and national pride, but the palace is more of a ceremonial site than a residence. Beyond it lie lesser-known royal palaces, such as Al Huzn Palace in Salalah, which sits along Oman's lush coastline, and the historic Al Manzila Palace, steeped in centuries of royal heritage. These estates aren't just homes. They are sprawling complexes with guest wings for foreign dignitaries, military security systems, private mosques, and sprawling gardens designed to withstand the desert climate. Inside, the palaces house antique weapon collections, hand-woven Omani rugs, and rare artifacts dating back to Oman's role as a maritime empire. Each residence tells a story, balancing the grandeur wealth with a deep reverence for Omani tradition. Few outsiders ever step foot inside, adding to the Sultan's aura of mystery. The Sultan's garage reads like a car enthusiast's dream, except nearly every model is customized and many are one of a kind. His fleet reportedly includes classic Rolls-Royces with gold trim, rare Bentleys from the 1980s, and a collection of armored Mercedes Maybachs equipped with cutting-edge security. These vehicles often travel in convoys escorted by police and military vehicles, making any royal motorcade an unmistakable sight. In the skies, the Sultan's private aircraft rival the interiors of five-star hotels. Lavish seating areas, gold accents, private suites, and meeting rooms allow him to govern mid-flight. On the seas, his rumored yachts are floating palaces. One, believed to cost over $300 million, includes multiple decks, a cinema, indoor pool, and even submarine docking capabilities. These toys of power aren't just luxuries. They're tools of diplomacy, designed to impress visiting leaders and remind them of Oman's royal prestige. Despite the staggering wealth, the Sultan's daily lifestyle is far more grounded in tradition than one might expect. He is often described as a man who prefers elegant restraint over ostentation. While the royal banquets feature Michelin-level international cuisine, Omani food remains central. Grilled meats, fragrant rice dishes, and halwa sweets are staples at royal gatherings. The Sultan is also deeply invested in heritage sports like camel racing, falconry, and Arabian horse breeding. His stables are home to bloodlines that trace back centuries, with some horses valued in the millions. Music and the arts are another passion. The Sultan was instrumental in building the Royal Opera House Muscat, a cultural landmark showcasing both global and traditional performances. Unlike other royals who dominate headlines with lavish shopping sprees, Oman's ruler cultivates an image of cultural sophistication, wealth expressed in preserving heritage as much as indulging in luxury. What makes the Sultan's fortune so intriguing is how invisible most of it is. International property registries link Oman's royal family to luxury townhouses in London, chalets in Switzerland, and estates in Germany, yet rarely are these assets openly displayed. Offshore accounts and trust funds in places like Zurich and Singapore quietly hold investments that generate steady streams of wealth without public scrutiny. This isn't accidental. It's part of a deliberate strategy to ensure the Sultan's finances remain shielded from global headlines. Through state-backed investment vehicles, He also channels billions into renewable energy projects, shipping companies, and global logistics firms, diversifying beyond oil. The result is a financial empire spread across continents, but camouflaged under layers of corporate structures. It's wealth that moves silently, yet its influence shapes industries and economies far beyond Oman's borders. The Sultan's true power is not just tied to his fortune. It lies in how he uses it to reinforce his authority and Oman's strategic role on the world stage. As a supreme ruler, his word is law, and unlike constitutional monarchies in the West, Oman's Sultan combines the roles of king, prime minister, and military commander all in one. This absolute authority allows him to direct both wealth and policy with precision. Militarily, Oman punches far above its weight. The Sultan commands a navy equipped to guard one of the most critical shipping lanes on Earth, the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway handles nearly a third of global oil shipments, and any disruption here would send shockwaves to the world economy. Having control over such a choke point gives Oman, and by extension the Sultan, leverage far greater than the country's size might suggest. Diplomatically, he is the region's quiet broker of peace. While other Gulf leaders take sides, Oman often mediates between rivals. From the U.S., Oman Sultan is unlike any other billionaire monarch in the Gulf. Where Dubai dazzles with glass towers and Saudi Arabia makes headlines with trillion-dollar mega-projects, Oman's wealth flows in silence. It doesn't need to shout. It whispers with palaces hidden behind high walls, with collections too rare for museums, with fortunes locked away in trust funds and offshore vaults. This is wealth that doesn't seek attention, but commands it all the same. In a world obsessed with spectacle, perhaps the Sultan's greatest luxury is privacy. Few outside the royal circle truly know the scale of his empire. And that's the point. The mystery is power in itself. Behind closed doors, his choices shape oil markets, influence peace talks, and safeguard a nation that stands at the crossroads of East and West. So the next time you think of billionaire lifestyles, remember, it isn't always about flashing gold watches or record-breaking skyscrapers. Sometimes, the most powerful wealth is the kind you rarely see. What do you think? Does this hidden, understated lifestyle make Oman's Sultan even more fascinating than his flashier neighbors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more secrets of the world's untold billionaires.